الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
محمد رسول الله اللهم رب هذه الدعوة والصلاة القائمة الحمد لله الواحد الأحد الفرد الصمد الذي لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده الذي لم يتخذ صاحبة ولا ولدا ولم يكن له شريك في الملك وخلق كل شيء فقدره تقديرا وأشهد أن محمدا عبد الله ورسوله وحبيبه بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة صلوات الله وسلامه وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن اهتدى بهديه إلى يوم الدين رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي واجعل لي وزيرا من أهلي واجعل لي من لدنك وليا واجعل لي من لدنك سلطانا نصيرا أما بعد فيا أيها الإخوان المسلمون أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله عز وجل فهي وصية الله جل وعلا للأولين والآخرين ولقد وصينا الذين أوتوا الكتاب من قبلكم وإياكم أن اتقوا الله فقال الله تعالى في كتابه المجيد يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا وقال الله تعالى يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون Barakallahu lana wa lakum fil Quran al-Azim. My dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, it is great blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who only not created this universe, also is the most merciful for his creation, and he is the one who guide all his creation towards right and upright path. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide mankind through his book, Al-Quranul Kareem. Today, inshallah, we will talk about Al-Quran, the guidance for humanity. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent this book for his creation, how to worship him, how to lead their life, and how mankind can get success and get the paradise. Brothers and sisters, I will talk three basic points. Number one is Quran is the guidance for whole mankind. Number two is Quran guides towards most upright and just path. Number three is Ummah of Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam should be stand up with this mission of the Quran. Number one, Quran is guidance for whole mankind. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran, Haza bayanun linnas wa hudan wa ma'awizatun lil muttaqin. This is the guidance. This is actually plain statement for the mankind, and it is a guidance for God-fearing people. Now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala here clearly distinguish, it is a statement for the mankind, for guidance and rahmah for believers, for muttaqun, for Muslimun. So now, when we talk about the mankind, not the believers, not the Muslimun, not the mu'minun, how the Quran guide them? We see the mankind in this earth, million of people, but they're not believing in Allah, cannot find the guidance from the Quran. So how the Quran is the guidance for mankind? We need to understand this point to get the guidance from the Quran. Brothers and sisters, guidance is three different level. Number one is guidance for creation. Number two is guidance for mankind. Number three, guidance for muttaqun. So what is the guidance for creation? Allah mentioned in the Quran, Allazi khalaqaka fasawwaka, Allazi khalaqa fasawwa, wallazi qaddara fahada. He who created all the things and fashioned them in a good proportion, and who ordained precisely and guide them. Now, Allah created everything and Allah give them guidance, how they are doing their job, how they have to do their job. Huwallazi ja'ala shamsa diya'a wal qamara nura wa qaddarahu manzila wa qaddarahu manazila. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala further says, "Wash-shamsu tajri limustaqarrin laha, zalika taqdirul azizil alim. Wal qamara qaddarnahu manazila hatta adakal urjunil qadim. La shamsu yanbaghi lah an tudrikal qamar, wala shamsu wala laylu wal qamara qaddarnahu manazila hatta adakal urjunil qadim. La shamsu yanbaghi laha an tudrikal qamar, wala laylu sabiqun nahar, wa kullun fi falakin yasbahun." So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, "Wash-shamsu tajri limustaqarrillah." The sun running in his own way. Zalika taqdirul azizil alim. This is the guidance his creator assigned for him. Then wal qamara qaddarnahu manazil, and moon going on his own way past his manazil hatta adakal urjunil kadim, and day by day he became small and smaller, and finally he became like old old palm tree. Like, when moon start, moon was the circle. Then end of the moon, then it's coming very skinny curve, right? And then next day it is end. So each day he passes his way is losing his portion. That means Allah mentioned here, La shamsu yambagi laha an tudrikal qamar. The sun cannot reach the moon, moon cannot reach the sun. They going the same way, running in the sky, but no one can touch any other one. And they cannot cross the night, night cannot cross the day. Because it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who created them, assigned their work. So they cannot cross, they cannot disobey the order of Allah. If any of the creation in the heaven or earth violate the order of Allah, this world will be destroyed in a second. So everything Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created and give them guidelines, how they have to work. Then this is the one kind of guidance by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He created everything and guide them what they have to do, how they have to perform their job. Number two, guidance for the mankind. Now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talk about the mankind. As you know, this hadith, this ayah mentioned so many times in the Ramadan. Shahru Ramadan allazi unzila fihi al-Quran hudal lin-nas wa bayyinatin min al-huda wal furqan. Hudal lin-nas means the guidance for mankind. Now, if you see the mankind, they are not get the guidance from the Quran. Most of them. So now, why they not get the guidance from the Quran? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make the two different way here. When Allah created the mankind, He assigned the body part. Every body part has a specific task. Like Allah give you eyes, eyes has a function. Allah give you air, air has a function. Allah give you the tongue, tongue has a function. Allah give you nose, nose has a function. So when you need to smell something, where you go? Take to your nose, nose tell you it is bad smell, good smell, right? Or air can take the smell. Cannot, because Allah created nose for smelling and Allah assigned him to take the smell. And Allah assigned your ear for take the sound and analyze it to understand what is the sound about. Allah give you eyes to see something. When you see something, and eyes has a capacity to analyze what you're seeing. It is white, black. Your eyes can tell you what color it is. So Allah created you all the part of the body and assigned that task, guide them what they have to do. So all this body part obligated to follow the order of Allah. They cannot violate anything. Now, another part of the human being is your soul, your mind. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you guidance, but also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you the freedom of choice. Mean, if you want to follow guidance of Allah, you can follow it. If you want to deny it, you can deny it. Allah do not force you to do it. Allah tell you, وَهَدَيْنَاهُ النَّجْدَيْنِ. Allah show you two paths. One is right, one is wrong. And Allah give you capacity to understand this is right, this is wrong. This is white, this is black. This is day, this is night. Allah give you that capacity to understand. And Allah give you choice. Okay, this is right path, this is wrong path. Now, it is your choice. You take the right one or wrong one. This is red light, this is green light. Now, your choice, you violating the red light or you going through the green light. So, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give the choice. Now, if you choose the wrong one, then that is why Allah created the hellfire. I show you right path, you not choose it, the right one. You choose the wrong one. So guidance is here, two part. One part is for your body. Body is obligated to follow the guidance. But your mind, your soul, your freedom of choice is free. You can choose right one, wrong one. You can follow the Quran, you can deny the Quran. That exactly happened in this art. Some people take the guidance from Quran, some people denied it. Now, number 3 is guidance for muttaqun. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned, قَدْ جَاءَكُمْ مَوْعِظَةٌ مِّن رَبِّكُمْ وَشِفَاءً لِمَا فِي الصُّدُورِ وَهُدًى وَرَحْمَةٌ لِّلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala again says, وَنَزَّلْنَا عَلَيْكَ الْكِتَابَ تِبْيَانًا لِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ وَهُدًى وَرَحْمَةً وَبُشْرَى لِلْمُسْلِمِينَ. First one Allah said mu'minin, this one Allah said muslimin, and Allah said haza bayanun linnas wa hudan wa mau'izatul lil muttaqin. So Quran is guidance for mu'minin, Quran is guidance for muslimin, Quran is guidance for muttaqin. Now, how you can get the guidance from the Quran? When you read the Quran, if you believe it, then you can get guidance from it. When you decide to obey this decision, this guidance, then you can get the guidance. When you fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if I not follow the right path, then I have to get trouble in the hereafter. Then you can get the guidance from the Quran. That's why I said the muttaqun. Brothers and sisters, so now conclusion in this point, if you or we want to guidance from the Quran, whatever you know from the Quran, do not disobey it. First thing, we have to believe on it. This is the word of Allah, we have to believe it. Now, sometimes we do not understand the wisdom, what Allah is saying. But it is Allah who sent the Quran, and it is true. No matter you understand or not. I give you an example. For now, I give the khutbah, I believe 6 months ago, I talk about the Quran from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is no doubt on it. ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ. There is no doubt on it. It is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I give the 7 proof. Quran is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you do not believe Quran from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala simply give you challenge in the Quran 3 times. If you not believe it, if you think Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam made it, so bring the Quran. Bring a surah. If you're truthful, you have to bring one. This challenge in the Quran, now 1450 years. No one in this heart take this challenge. In kuntum fi raybin mimma nazzalna ala abdina fa'tu bi suratin min misli. Wad'u shuhadaakum min dunillahi in kuntum sadiqin. If you have a doubt about it, that it is come from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, just simply make a surah. That is a small surah in the Quran. Qul huwallahu ahad, Allahu samad, lam yalid wa lam yulad, wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Bring like a surah. And today, 1450 years pass, mankind failed to bring any surah. So now it is automatically proven that it is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, second thing, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in this book, there is a scientific information, there is a historical facts, there is a prediction for the future. So one is for past, one is for future, and one is for scientific facts. None of the facts, information in the Quran can prove the wrong in 1450 years. The day will be past, Yawmul Qiyamah will come, all the information in the Quran Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave will be true, proven by the science, inshallah. Because, as you know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give the simple, إِذَا السَّمَاءُ فَطَرَتْ وَإِذَا الْكَوَاكِبُ انْتَثَرَتْ وَإِذَا الْبِحَارُ فُجِّرَتْ. When this ayah is come down from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Abdullah ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu, he said, if I give you the tafsir of this ayah, some people will become a disbeliever. Because whatever Allah said, it does not make any sense. And in human sense that time. That means, وَإِذَا الْبِحَارُ فُجِّرَتْ mean when there will be fire in the ocean. Now, question is, when you have a fire and you put water on it, what happened? fire became down, is stopped, right? But Allah said there will be fire in the ocean. وَإِذَا الْبِحَارُ فُجِّرَتْ. How it is happened? People was not understand that time. Now it is very simple. What is the water about? Hydrogen and oxygen, H2O. If you know the chemistry, H2O is the water. Hydrogen is burnable and oxygen can burn. So when these two things become together, it become water. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when the Qiyamah will be coming, Allah will just separate these two parts and it become a big fire. You cannot imagine what it is. That is the Qiyamah. So scientific information Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give that time, it is as science discover new thing, it will prove and Quran is true from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know, very simple, Allah mentioned in the Quran how a baby born in the mother womb. Nowadays you can go the hospital, they can what is called they can scan it and they can tell it is boy or girl, or how the human being born and raised. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned 1450 years ago in the Quran 4 stages. Human child how can born in the mother womb. 40 days, 40 days, 40 days, 40 days, and they became a full man. It is in the Quran. So how Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam till that time when people have no clue what happening inside the mother womb. Brothers and sisters, so Quran from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is proven, and it will prove until day of Qiyamah, inshallah. Then number 2, I want to mention, brothers and sisters, Quran is guide mankind which is most upright. Now there is a multiple path you can follow. If I give you an example, when you decide go to the, let's say what you want to go to Washington DC from here. Now you have a path, you can take the train, you can take the plane, you can drive, you can take a bus or whatever you have choose. But which one the best? Which way is the best? So there is way in this time. You can follow man-made path. You can follow the guidance from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But which one is the best? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Quran is the most upright and just way to follow. As if I give you an example, let's say relationship between man and woman. What is the best form to relationship? So it is start from since Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Adam and Hawa alayhi salatu wassalam, and till now people has multiple way to make a relationship. And now even not man or woman, now man and man, woman and woman relationship is established in this country in the legally. Which one is the best? Is anything better than Allah give the relationship through the marriage? Nothing you can find better than this. Just one example. Now, question is coming. Okay, when you have a marriage, now there is also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give the opportunity to divorce. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said one of the rules in the Sharia which Allah most dislike, it is the divorce. Now, which Allah do not like, but Allah give the permission to do it. Why? Answer is, let's say you have a couple, but they cannot like each other. After your every effort, you cannot stay together. Now, if there is no opportunity to divorce, rest of your life become a Jahannam. Right or wrong? So now, Allah give opportunity, okay, if you cannot stay, there is no way you can compromise, accept each other, then final path is you can divorce, but Allah don't like it. Brothers and sisters, so what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give the guidance in the Quran, this is most upright, most just, it is for your own need. You do not know your everything. I saying this, you do not know what happened 1,000 years ago, right? You do not know what happening tomorrow. And currently you want to decide something, you making the mistake again and again. Now the person who do not know his history, who do not know what going to happen in future, whoever making the mistake to decide current affairs, how they can make the guideline for themselves, how they can prepare the guidance for themselves. So human being not able to prepare the guidance for themselves. So it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who give you the guidance, and it is the most upright and most just for mankind, brothers and sisters. And so I'd like to conclude my first part with this. Let us believe in the Quran. Whatever you believe, let us follow it and fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do not violate the order or system or guideline Allah give in the Quran. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم وللسائر المسلمين فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. أما بعد إن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وأحسن الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم تركت فيكم أمرين لن تضلوا ما تمسكتم بهما كتاب الله وسنة رسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Brothers and sisters, as Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, I leave two things for you. If you hold it, you will not misguide. That is Kitabullah, the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that means Quran, and my sunnah, my way, my path. These two things, if we hold, inshallah, we will not misguide, and no one can misguide, inshallah. Now, my third point, what I like to mention, which is Quran present a mission for mankind. Quran present a guideline for mankind. Quran present complete way of life for mankind. Now it is your choice. You will accept it or you can deny it. For acceptance, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prepared Jannah for you. If you deny, then it is opposite, brothers and sisters. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent his messenger Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam with the Quran to establish the Quran, to fulfill the mission of the Quran. Now as a ummah, if you claim, of course we claim, right? We are ummah of Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yes or no? We all claim we are ummah of Muhammad Rasulullah, because without following Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you cannot get the guidance. That's I just mentioned the hadith. Taraktu fikum amrain kitabullahi wa sunnati. Without following Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you cannot achieve the right path. You cannot achieve the Jannah, because without following Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you cannot follow the Quran. Simple example I'm giving you. If you want to pray, Allah order in the Quran, Aqimus salata wa atuz zakah. But do you know how to pray? It is mentioned in the Quran? Nowhere in the Quran. How many rak'ah the JUMU'A? Is it in the Quran? Nowhere. How many rak'ah in the Asr? How many Maghrib, Isha, Fajr? Nothing mentioned in the Quran. Just say, wa aqimus salata wa atuz zakata warka'u ma'ar rakin. So how you have to pray? If you want to pray, you have to follow Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's simple. Anything you want to follow according to Quran, you have to follow Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Without Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, no one cannot follow the Quran, because Allah do not send the Quran in the desert or in the Jabal or in the masjid. Allah sent Quran to the Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and tell him, show the mankind how to follow the Quran. That's why Quran says, huwa allazi ba'asa fil ummiina rasula yatlu alayhim ayati wa yuzakkihim wa yu'allimuhumul kitaba wal hikmah wa in kanu min qablu lafi dalalin mubin. Before he was misguided, and he come with the Quran, he teach the Quran, he teach the wisdom, he teach how to follow the Quran, and you are now guided. So without Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we cannot guide the right path, brothers and sisters. Now, as Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam came with a guidance, with the mission of the Quran, and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam fulfilled his mission. The mission of the Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, huwa allazi arsala rasulahu bil huda wa dinil haq liyuzhirahu ala ad-din kulli. He came, he means Muhammad Rasulullah, huwa allazi arsala rasulahu. He is the Allah who sent his messenger bil huda, with the guidance, wa dinil haq, and true way of life. Why? Liyuzhirahu ala ad-din kulli, to establish this religion, this deen, this guidance over everything. That's the Quran came for. وَكَفَى بِاللَّهِ شَهِيدًا. Allah is enough as a witness. Brothers and sisters, so as follower of Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as a ummah of Muhammad Rasulullah, we have to stand up with this mission, with this message. Now, how we can stand up? I like to conclude with 3 advice for myself and from you, brothers and sisters. Number 1 is study the Quran. Ponder in the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you enough knowledge to understand the Quran. وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِرٍ. I make Quran easy to understand. If anyone there to take a heed. So if someone tell you cannot understand the Quran, he is telling wrong. Allah said, "Olakad yassarnal Quran." I make it easy for understand. How someone you cannot understand the Quran? That means he want to take you away from the Quran. Allah call you towards the Quran, and some people say you cannot understand Quran. So do not go to the Quran. Do not read the tafsir. Stay away from it. Read the hadith or other books to misguide you. Guidance is 2. One is Quran, one is Sunnah. If somebody tell you do not read the Quran because you cannot understand, he is lying. He is misguiding you. Quran will guide you right path. And Allah said Quran is easy to understand. وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِرٍ. If anyone among you to take the heed, Allah asking the mankind, Allah asking the muttaqun, brothers and sisters. So read the Quran, try to understand what Allah is saying, read the tafsir, and whatever you learn from it, do not disobey it, follow it. That is the key word to get the guidance. Mankind cannot get the guidance because they know it but they deny it. So if you doing the same thing, you read the Quran, you understand Quran, and you disobey the order of the Quran, then what the different? We will gonna misguide. Then number 2 is advice, brothers and sisters. I already said follow it. When you understand, then follow it. Number 3 is advice by the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, فَذَكِّرْ بِالْقُرْآنِ مَنْ يَخَافُ وَعِيدٍ. Advise people by the Quran. Whoever talking by the Quran is talking truth. Whoever follow the Quran, he is going the right path. Whoever follow the Quran, he going towards Jannah. So advice by the Quran. How we can advise? Advise first yourself, myself. Whatever you learn, advise yourself, I have to follow it. Number 2, advise your family. It is you who have to deliver the message to your family. If you not deliver the message to your kids, who gonna deliver the message? Is there any new prophet coming? Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the Khataman Nabiin, final last prophet. So there will no more prophet to guide your children. Is there angel coming to guide your children? No, you have to guide them. You have to teach them Quran. You have to show them what is the right path, what is the Quranic path. Then deliver the message to your neighbors, rest of mankind. This is your responsibility. This was done by Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to mankind. That's why you get the Quran today. That's why message come to you. If you not deliver the message to rest of mankind, how this message go to the mankind? And how are you following the message of Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, mission of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, without deliver this message, brothers and sisters? So these 3 advice I like to give myself and you, all of you. Inshallah, if we follow these 3 advice, inshallah, Quran will guide us toward Jannah, and Quran will guide us in the right path, brothers and sisters. Lastly, finally, I'd like to invite all of you, brothers, that you know already, the JUMU'A convention is next week. We start from next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 18, 19, and 20. Also, we decide the theme of this convention, the Quran, guidance for humanity. In these 3 days, there is speakers coming from 4 different continents. from the Europe, from the Asia, from the Australia, and from USA. All the renowned speaker coming, and all this topic discussed in 3 days about the Quran, about the guidance of the Quran. The topic is Al-Quran, guidance for humanity. So we will hear from these scholars, and there is a multiple session for our kids. There is a kids. If you go the online, you will see the kids registration. If you register them, they have a different program run by sisters. You don't need to take care of your kid. Our sisters gonna take care of your kids, inshallah, there. And there is a youth session. There is a youth girl session. We're not mixing our college boys and girls together, the youth session boys and girls together. It is not actually practicing the deen. If you put the one boy, one girl on the college in the same place and advise about Quran, they're not following the Quran, they're doing something else there. So it is the Muna convention only, we do it separately. Our boys and girls is not coming same hall, they have the two different conference, inshallah. Also, there is a sister only session. You know, I mention all the time, if there is a sister downstairs, she want to know something about the Islam, especially the female issues, can she ask me or someone who is here about that masala? They have no chance to ask the sheikh about the problem, about the issue. The convention make the arrangement for sister and run by sister scholars. They will ask the question and sisters will answer the question. There will no man, only woman session. So you have to take your wife there to ask what she has, in her issue, need to know from the scholars. There is a sister only session. There is a bazaar and a lot more. Kids ride, learn and fun, all other stuff there. And there is a bookstore. There is a lot of people coming all around the USA. People coming from the Bangladesh. People come from the UK. So this is a convention that is the largest Bangladeshi Muslim gathering. Is one of the big Muslim gathering in USA, but I could say it's the largest one for the Bangladeshi Muslim, inshallah. So I invite all of you, inshallah. We will pray the JUMU'A there, 2 o'clock JUMU'A khutbah will be there. And after that, there is a Quran session from the world-renowned Qari will recite the Quran at 4 o'clock, about 1.5 hours. Then we have the inaugural session about 5 o'clock and going on, inshallah. So I invite all of you, please join with family. It is very important for your kids, for your family. Brothers and sisters, with this message, I'd like to conclude to this khutbah. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين وأذل الشرك والمشركين ودمر أعداءك وأعداء الدين اللهم انصر إخواننا المسلمين في كل مكان يا رب العالمين اللهم انصر إخواننا المستضعفين في كل بلاد يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم اغفر لنا ولوالدينا وارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا اللهم اغفر لنا ولجميع المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات منهم الأحياء والأموات إنك سميع قريب مجيب الدعوات يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم اقسم لنا من خشيتك ما تحول به بيننا وبين معاصيك ومن طاعتك ما تبلغنا به جنتك ومن اليقين ما تهون به علينا مصائب الدنيا اللهم متعنا بأسماعنا وأبصارنا وقوتنا وأحيتنا واجعله الوارث منا واجعل ثأرنا على من ظلمنا وانصرنا على من عادانا ولا تجعل مصيبتنا في ديننا ولا تجعل مصيبتنا في ديننا ولا تجعل مصيبتنا في ديننا ولا تجعل الدنيا أكبر همنا ولا تسلط علينا من لا يرحمنا يا أرحم الراحمين عباد الله رحمكم الله إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون فاذكروا الله واذكركم وادعوه يستجب لكم ولذكر الله أكبر وأقيموا الصلاة. Brothers, just a reminder, of course you have to donate for the masjid. Also, there is a brothers coming from, they established a hospital in Bangladesh. They're asking your help to complete the work. On the way back outside, they're standing out. If you can, inshallah, whatever you can, help them. It is a good work, inshallah. Jazakumullah.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله